What's up, everybody? Zach is back with another episode of Journey to a Million. You know, guys know what time it is. And in just in case you don't, we have a huge week of earnings coming up this week. And it is going to be pretty volatile, I assume. Of course, the economy is opening back up coming out of COVID. The vaccinations are on the rise. But we could be in for some surprise for the earnings. The first is, actually, we're going to take a look. Today, actually, is Tesla's. The earnings is coming up. And I assume that with the chip shortage, I think that Tesla probably has a grasp on their supply chain better than the other EV stocks, especially like NIO, which is coming up on Thursday. But here is a chart. Here's a little picture of all of the earnings that are coming up this week. And yeah, Pinterest would be another good one. But I want to talk about the ones that I'm specifically looking at. We'll see how the S&P does overall, and that's going to determine a lot of if we're going to get into these earnings plays, calls, or puts. But I assume we are going to do a lot of them this week because this is going to be a crazy week of earnings. But I do think that Tesla probably will be positive. It's up more than 1% right now anyways. And then on Tuesday, we have AMD coming up and Microsoft and Visa. Tuesday is going to be an interesting day for me. I really think that the credit card company plays are interesting, and I'm going to be taking a look at the Visa calls and also an American Express. Specifically, American Express has probably gotten hit too hard, probably unjustly so. AMD, of course, is a semiconductor company. Intel last week did. The earnings were all right, actually, and the stock just got hammered, super hammered. So I think Intel might actually be an interesting swing play, but we can talk about that more later and on Twitter. Let me know what you guys think will be the most interesting ones, or if you want to do some weeklies on some of these. But I personally like the credit card company plays because, actually, let's just go ahead and take a look at American Express right now. It's up a little bit. But yeah, it pulled back all the way to the 50-day moving average. Just got super hammered. But nevertheless, I think it could be a good time to buy it. Personally, I think this could make a decent swing play. It's already come up a decent amount from what was down low on Friday. But again, it is definitely still down for the week. But if you take a look at this American Express compared to like Visa per se, Visa is up. It's just only been up since the March dip. Got killed on that one day, March 19th. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, I think it's unjust. I think American Express is, if you compare American Express, MasterCard, and Visa, American Express is I think the most undervalued. But anyways, moving on. We'll do something with that for sure. See which way American Express is moving today when the market's open and whatnot. And then AMD, of course, is going to be interesting just because of Intel and also my Soxel. And then Wednesday is going to be Apple, Facebook, two big fangs in one day. It's going to be a crazy one, but that will have a big impact on tech in general. I mean, the triple Q, the T triple Q, the FNGU. That's going to be a crazy one. People are either going to make a lot of money or lose a lot of money on that day. But it will be interesting. I mean, Apple calls have been paying pretty well for us. I mean, we still have those Apple leaps. And Facebook is always something that I'm interested in. Another notable one for Wednesday is Boeing. Could be an interesting put, but I think maybe it's pretty undervalued. We could consider swing trading this one. Well, and then moving on to Thursday, we have Caterpillar, Amazon, NIO, Twitter. Maybe we can do something with that. But I think specifically Caterpillar, which they actually have a lot of oil holdings. That's why I like this company. They're decently diversified. Well, of course, they have their vehicles, their machines, which also have the autonomous driving capabilities. And also the company overall has a big oil position. So I really like this company, to be honest with you. And we had made some money off of it probably January, February, before the dip December, January maybe, we were swing trading Caterpillar. And of course, Amazon is going to be very impactful. And then NIO. NIO, I don't have as much confidence as Tesla. I mean, for sure the sales in China are really strong, but Tesla is more strong than NIO. And I think overall, NIO is a very good vehicle. There's rumors that ARK is possibly going to start buying up NIO because they obviously love their electric vehicle plays. And NIO is definitely the one to have in China, but I don't think that they have done as well as Tesla, considering the shortage of chips. But of course, we will see about that. We will all know the truth. And then last but not least, on Friday, we have some oil companies and the pharmaceuticals, AbbVie, AstraZeneca. Two oil ones I'm interested in is ExxonMobil and Chevron. But of course, I'm not as interested in those as some of these big tech plays. But nevertheless, we could be making some short-term option plays off of the oil. Oil has not done that bad, although it's pulled back quite a lot since the switch to the cyclical period where we were in late February, early March. It has come off its highs, but a lot of people in the oil industry that I talk to and that I know in the U.S. are pretty bullish overall. So I think it means something. But anyways, let's move on to the Fed meeting. Actually, there is going to be, guess what? Another Fed meeting on Wednesday. It seems like there's one every single Wednesday, and I don't really expect Jerome Powell to talk about anything new, and he just always reiterates that he's not going to raise the interest rates, which I assume is going to be more of the same thing. But that, couple that with Wednesday is the Apple and Facebook. I mean, yeah, we'll see how Wednesday is going to be crazy day. I assume we're pulling back until Apple and Facebook comes out with amazing, above and beyond, just shooting to the moon earnings. And then probably the markets will turn around and people will make huge money on the short-term weeklies. But we'll see how it goes. I'm not going to do anything super special, but I'm going to play Wednesday with a lot of caution. But I usually do that anyways. But just something to point out about the Fed meeting. Once they will eventually raise the interest rates, which they said that it's not going to be until at least 2023. But they do. Powell himself said that they will adjust the central bank's crisis era asset purchase program, which is currently taking place at a rate of $120 billion per month. So they will possibly adjust how much they're buying every single month. So we do have to watch that because that could make the markets a little bit uneasy once they start changing things like that. And then that one thing leads to another, and then the investors will be concerned that they are going to raise interest rates and that not everything is as good as they say it is. But pretty much once they start tweaking some things, then people will probably freak out again. But hey, that's just how it always is. Really nothing new. And I mean, we'll see how it goes. It's really going to be a crazy week, and the markets are opening in about 30 minutes at this time right now. Ooh, my nose is itchy. Maybe it's a sign that we're going to make a lot of money. I don't know if you guys believe in those old wives' tales or the things that my grandma used to say, but hey, when your nose is itching, that means you're about to come into some big money. And my nose is super itchy right now. But anyways, I want to go ahead and the last thing I wanted to do is the options that I'm going to be taking a look at this week. It's kind of pretty much the same thing that I've been talking about in this entire video. We're playing off the earnings. This is a huge week. I'm looking at Apple at target 138, Tesla targeting 770, Facebook targeting 305, AMD targeting $86, Visa 233, NIO $43, Google 23.30. And then the one that's not reporting earnings this week is my American Express. Like I told you guys, could do an option on this, could do a swing trade. I'm not really sure, but I have updated the watch list, by the way, guys. And then my long-term swing trades, BTC, Bitcoin. It pulled back to like 48 something this weekend, but now it's back to 53, 54. It's up a decent amount. But I think anything around 50,000, it's a pretty good entry. I bought a little bit more over the past, I think it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think I bought a little bit more. But, just kind of how it goes. Bitcoin is pretty wild. 30% pullbacks are very normal. Also in the growth and innovation, I mean, it's very similar. Like things pull back 30% before they go up 150%. Same with Bitcoin. But anyways, first one I'm looking at is Bitcoin for swing trades, which I'm already buying a little bit of it. GEVO, of course, we're doing this. And it's gone up a lot, actually. I would like to pull this one up, too. Because I've been dollar cost averaging into this GEVO position for a while. It's at 672. It was up more than 10% on Friday. So it's doing pretty good, but of course it's still down. Kind of bounced off the 180-day support, but, we're going to keep buying the dip. It's up a little bit pre-market. We'll see how it goes overall, but I'm not too worried about it. I like this position for a swing trade, long-ish term, mid-term, something like that. Targeting $11 on that. My ARKG, I think ARKG is also unjustly down. As far as the ARK ETFs, I really do like ARKG because it's about the genomics, and I really think this field is going to see some just amazing things coming out of it. Cures for cancer, bunch of things. In the next 3 to 5 years, I think everybody is going to be amazed by it. But things are just the growth, the rate of growth it's just accelerating so much. So it would be pretty interesting to see how it goes. And it's really down right now. From the dip, the growth and innovation have just been hammered so much, and it still is playing the McDonald's golden arches for a little bit, bouncing up and down. But eventually, this is going to pop. I do believe. Eventually, I think it will continue its rate of climb. Something like that, I would believe. Now, I don't know if it's going to be flat until here, or it could be flat until here, but I do believe it will probably continue this rate of incline. Maybe a little bit less steep, but eventually the growth and innovation will have its day to shine. Just a matter of time. So I think if you guys will maybe start buying them, putting some away, stacking the ARKGs. I wouldn't get into calls right now or leaps. You could do leaps if really far out, low IV, super high delta maybe, but I wouldn't do the options because it's pretty volatile and pretty flat. Not really going anywhere right now, but eventually it'll break out for sure. And then the last one, Intel, which Intel got smashed as well. Super smashed. And the earnings weren't even that bad. Just opposite day in the Intel Corporation. But yeah, it just went cliff diving, which probably is a lot of fun. Hopefully they had their parachutes, or hopefully there's a big trampoline at the bottom here. It's down more pre-market, so we'll have to keep a watch out for this one, see how low it can go. Playing the limbo, I feel like, but hey, if it pulls back to the 180-day moving average, okay, I'll buy it. For sure. This is not a this is a good company. This is not like we've never heard of kind of company. Even like GEVO it's a very small company, and it's a lot more risky. This is Intel we're talking about, So I think eventually this is just going to be too good to not buy. Now, I don't know if it's going to be at $53 or if it's going to be closer to $45, something like that. But we will see. One day we will know. But anyways, watching Tesla today. Tesla is up 1.3% pre-market, so we'll see how it goes. I think the earnings are going to do well. You guys don't understand how well these Model Ys and the Model 3s are selling in China. They just released the Model Y for the Chinese market. I don't even remember, maybe like a month or so ago. And they're just everywhere now. Must have been on back order. But anyways, guys, follow me on Twitter. I do the live trading there. Follow me on YouTube. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so you guys know when we are trading on Twitter, trading on YouTube, posting a video on YouTube, that is. But anyways, guys, if you're wondering what broker I use and you want to follow along, so the options look the same, the UI looks the same, it is Webull. Link in the description. They're giving away up to 60 free stocks. Yes, that's a lot, and it depends on how much you deposit. But you only need to deposit $100, you're going to get 2 free stocks anyways. Or it might be 4, I forgot. They're always doing different things. You spin their wheel and whatnot, you're going to get a lot of free stocks. For some reason, they love giving out the free stocks. And I personally like it. You guys know that I really do like Webull. They have everything streamlined. Everything you need to know is pretty much on the Webull desktop app. But anyways, guys, hit up that link. Help me support the channel. Smash that like one more time, please. and I'll see you on the other side. Peace.